Hello, I'm Janet Reid, the librarian for the School of Business. I would like to introduce you to the four most useful databases for business students. Developing the habit of using these recommended databases will assist you in finding the resources you need to help with your assignments and projects. So let's take a moment and look at these. Mintel, Business Source Complete, IBIS World, and Mergent Online are the recommended databases. Mintel is a database containing full-text market research reports covering U.S. and global consumer markets. Business Source Complete provides access to full-text magazines, trade publications, reports, and more. IBIS World provides industry market research reports on U.S. industries. Mergent Online provides detailed business and financial information on U.S. international public companies. Now, let's take a look at some of these tools by going to the library's website. The first thing we must do when we come to the library's website is sign in to my account. We have to do that to get full access to everything the site offers, specifically the databases. So I'm signing in now by going to the Central Authentication Service. We're going to follow the prompts. We're going to ask it to send me a push, and we'll go to the Duo mobile app and approve that. And then it will take us back to the library's website. So now we're going to go to databases. And the first database we'd like to use is Mintel. So we see the search box. We're going to type in Mintel. We see Mintel, we select it, and we have to wait for it to load the Mintel database. Now here's an agreement that we are using this database for educational purposes. We select that and we hit the continue key. Now we have to look for the search box. Wait for the database to load, look for the search box. Here it is on the left-hand side. Now, I'd like to try and find any reports dealing with mobile phones. So I will type in mobile phones and wait to see if the database gives me any results. Yes, there are some suggested titles dealing with mobile phones. There are about 10 offerings here. Oops. You see suggested titles right here. I specifically want to look at mobile phones in the US, and it was published in March of 2019. So now we see that there is an overview of the report right here, and then we're going to scroll down and we see what else can be contained in the report. We see the report contents. We see that the report contains information pertaining to the market, the consumer, the brand, and data. But we want to click these to see what else is available. We can see information you need to know about the market. You can see information on the market size. What's under consumer? What you need to know about the consumer. What type of smartphones are owned? What are the leading smartphone accessories? And then the next one is brand. Who are the key players in terms of mobile phone brands? What's working with mobile phones? Where are they struggling with mobile phones? And what's going to happen next? And lastly, we see additional data. But the key factor here with each of these content areas is that you will need to select them and actually read each of these areas to see if the report contains the information that you're looking for. But that was pretty simple to find a report on mobile phones using Mintel. So now let's go back to the library's website and use it to find Business Source Complete. We go back, we see databases, we select that one. We type in Business Source Complete in our search box. We see it and we select it. Now, we see our search boxes are available right at the top, and we want to see if we can find any information or articles talking about Delta Airlines allowing customers to use text messaging in flight. So we'll type in our search terms, which in this case would be Delta. With Delta Airlines, we'll take that one. And our next box, we'll type in text messaging, because that's what we would like to find. Now we come over here to the right and we can tell it where in the document to find this information. I want to look at the search fields that are available to me. We have quite a lengthy list. I want to use the title field because I want the article to be about Delta Airlines, so I think Delta Airlines should be in the title. And then I want to find text messaging in the body of the article. So I'll choose my fields again, and I see that there's one for all text, which means the words can appear anywhere in the articles that it retrieves for me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back and take out airlines, because that might be too specific. I want to just leave Delta in the title, let it be pretty broad, and hit the search button. And I get 5 items that meet my search criteria. And the very first one is actually going to work. But look, I could have left Delta Airlines in the title because it was there. But there's my article I was looking for. So I'm going to click the title and I'm going to scroll down, and the body of the article is there. So now I want to go over here and possibly print the article, or I could send the article to myself. But also notice here, I could cite the article. So we're going to click that, and we're going to look for APA, and there it is. And what's useful about this, I can simply copy, highlight the citation, and then I'm going to right-click and choose copy, and then I can paste it into my final document. So now we're ready to go on and look at IBIS World. So we'll go back to the library's website, and we'll go back and choose databases again, and we'll now search for IBIS World by typing it in. Oops, spelled that wrong. There's IBIS World. Select that. I have to wait for the database to load. Requires patience. And we see that there are industry reports and procurement reports in IBIS World, but we want to look at simply industry reports. So we want to log in to that. So we click that button and wait. And we look for our search box again. There we have our search box. This time I want to look for reports on distilleries. And there we have distilleries in the US. So we press enter and we see the numerous reports on distilleries, but I'll take the one that's at the top. So we'll select that. And it's important to see what's available in this report. And there are about 9 tabs that go across the top that tell us the type of information that we get in this report. But I always encourage people to start at the top and read the industry definition to make sure that you're in the right place. If you're not, you can go back and conduct a second search, but that confirms that you're in the right place. So what's available in this report? We see the industry at a glance. We click that and we see it tells us about revenue, it tells us about annual growth, and if we scroll down even further, it tells us about the products and services in this particular industry. But another helpful tab is the industry outlook. Oftentimes, professors will ask you to tell me what's going to happen in this industry in the next 5 years. Look, if you scroll down and read this paragraph, it tells you in detail what's going to happen with distilleries in the next 5 years. So that's very helpful. We go back to the top of our page and we can also find out who are the major companies dealing in this category in the field of distilleries. We hover over that and it tells us the name of the major companies. We pull up this page and it actually tells us what amount of market share each company has. And then if we scroll down, it gives us even more details about each company and what their major brands are as well. So that's super helpful. But I always encourage students to select to print the PDF of these reports when they come to this database, because that's really important and it gives you a perspective on how big the report is. So if you actually click PDF and open it, you will see that this report is 43 pages long. So you don't want to wait to the last minute to tackle this assignment. You want to do it as soon as you get it so that you can have time to read this lengthy report or search in it and find the results that you're looking for. So the last database we want to look for, going back to the library's website, going back and selecting databases again, is Mergent Online. So we want to type in Mergent Online. There it is. So we select that. And now we have it and we look for the search box. We want to search by company name. So let's go in and use Amazon as an example of a company that we want to search for. We get some results in this list, but the one we want is Amazon.com Inc. So we'll select that and try one more time to wait for the database to load. It's a little slow. There we go. So then we see what's available about Amazon. We want to look at this information at the top. It tells us about when it was incorporated. It tells us the industry it falls in. It tells us its revenue. A lot of good information at the top of that screen. However, look, here we have tabs again, tabs of information. So we want to narrow in on that. This first page gives us a business summary. It tells us about the key executives. But what's super valuable about Mergent Online is the company financials that are made available in this database. That we can look at the information on an annual basis, or we can look at it on a quarterly basis. But then we can also look at 5 specific financial documents with this database. We can look at balance sheets, income statements, retained earnings, cash flow, or we can look at all of those together. But another very helpful feature is you can look at 5 years at a time, 7, 10, or all 15 years. This is the only database we have available that gives you 15 years worth of financial data in one spot. And it's very helpful because a company's success can be seen in their financials. If a company is always increasing its revenue, that reflects that it's doing well. If you notice that a company's sales are diminishing, that reflects the opposite. It's not doing well. So the numbers tell a story. So it's really helpful to have a database that gives you the numbers of a company. So then we also see that there is a reports tab in this database, and this will give you the 10K or annual report for a company. Another report that gives you tons of information about what a company is looking to do. It tells you their strategic goals. It tells you the goals they're trying to accomplish for the year. So that's another valuable report that's available within this database. But then we can click on the news tabs and you will see what's going on in the news pertaining to your particular company. So I have to wait for that to load. Takes a little bit of patience. There we go, it's coming. Still twirling, almost there. But what I want you to notice is it's very current. So that's super helpful. But then you might want to know, who are the competitors for Amazon? And you see, they're all listed there, Amazon's main competitors. And what's neat about it is there's a link for each one of them. So all of the information you just received about Amazon, you can receive about their competitors as well. So there's a lot of very helpful information here in Mergent Online for companies, and specifically 15 years worth of financial information. So let's go back to the library's website, go specifically to the library's homepage. And finally, I want you to know about a quick and convenient tool that will allow you to access these databases in one spot. And that one spot is the research guides. If you go to the gold box located on the library's website, research guides is here. So you just select that tab, and we're going to be looking for the marketing research guide, and the marketing research guide would be housed under business. So we select that and we scroll down and you see marketing right there. So now let's see if we can find our 4 databases in this marketing research guide. Conveniently, right there at the top, you see we recommend for marketing you use Mintel Business Source Complete. Now the other one we used was IBISWorld. So we'll scroll down for that. And under company and industry information, we said IBISWorld is great for industry reports, and there it is. So then we click more, and will we find our last database? Yes, you find Mergent Online. So the research guide is really helpful in giving you access to the 4 most useful databases for business students in one spot. So that's a helpful tool to consider using. But we also want you to know that if you need additional help with accessing these databases, feel free to contact me and we can have a Zoom meeting. All you need to do is email me, and we'll set up an opportunity for you to talk further about using these databases. Please don't hesitate to email me and let me know how I can help you. Don't sit there and be frustrated. Just send me an email. And then also on the library's website, we also have an Ask Us feature that will allow you to chat with anybody in the library. Monday through Friday, we're available online as well. So thank you very much. And please let me know if I can assist you further with using the databases to satisfy the assignments you have in your class. Thank you.